Hello everyone and welcome to the first actual review on this new channel. It is going to be for AEW Rampage, which was yesterday, Friday the 13th of August. Yeah, of August 2021. So, first off, let me just say that I actually really enjoyed this show. I thought it was way better than I thought it was going to be. I don't know if I was expecting like a kind of like a main event kind of thing. I remember, oh boy, I actually watched the debut of Saturday Morning Slam, I think it's called. It's a WWE show. I don't know if it's still a thing. I have no idea, but it was pretty garbage. Main evented by Heath Slater fighting John Cena. So this was much better. This was leagues better. So we actually opened up the show with a four-man commentary booth, which turned out okay. We have a lot of clashing styles here, but it's okay. It wasn't horrible. I actually really enjoyed Mark Henry as a commentator. Taz is always. I wish I could have Taz on every show, to be honest with you. I like Taz a lot. Jericho is like really like screechy, hyper kind of commentary. It can get a little old, I think. And of course you have Excalibur, and I think they need Excalibur there because he knows the names of all the moves. So that's a thing. Then we had our opening match, which was debatably the biggest match on the card. We have World Champion Kenny Omega coming out and taking on Christian for the TNA Impact title. So I don't watch TNA. I never did. That's kind of like the difference there. It's not like I like WWE where I used to watch it and now I don't. This is more just like I've never watched TNA. I don't know if anyone can explain to me why there are two belts. There's a TNA and there's an Impact. I'm fairly certain it's just Impact. I thought they stopped using the name TNA like years ago, a long time ago. Last time I heard TNA was when like Booker T was over there. I missed a lot, so I whatever. Maybe it is TNA. I don't know. I hear everyone refer to it as Impact, so I'm just gonna go with that. Either way, I did notice, and this is kind of a retrospective thing, that Christian did not get a big pop. And the reason I mentioned that is because the crowd was really hot for like most of the show. I would say like even like 80-85% of the show they were hot. There's only two instances where I noticed the crowd weren't cheering. And that was when Red Velvet came out later in the show. She was just booed to all hell. And then when Christian came out, and I think I've heard it mentioned somewhere, I'm not 100% sure, but his music is pretty lame. And like I said, back when I watched in 2019, a lot of music was actually pretty lame. But they've remixed a lot of music is what I've heard. And they replaced it, they got some licensed music as well in AEW, which is cool. But Christian just kind of sounds like a theme that you put on a creator wrestler in like 2K. Speaking of that, there's another song I think is the same thing later, but I'll get to that later. So, first things first, I want to mention how hot the crowd was for this match. So this match I wasn't hugely interested in it. Christian Cage I didn't watch him in TNA, obviously. I just know him from WWE. I know he got better. And I was actually a fan of Christian in WWE. Like I said, like around when I watched, he was having his feud for the world title with Orton. And I thought it was a pretty cool, thing. I remember him getting beat. He had the title for one day. Orton beat him for the title. Randy Orton's my favorite wrestler, so like, I popped for that. I was like, oh yeah. I don't know what happened after that because I believe that was the fucking last episode I watched. So, weird memories. Never got to see Wade Barrett versus Sheamus. Anyway, But this match was pretty good. It was kind of a styles clash when it came to Christian and Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega, I feel like he wrestles kind of similarly to Christian. He has a more heavier emphasis on striking, but he wrestles a lot faster. And that's something I feel like Christian doesn't really do. He's kind of more a methodical wrestler. I wouldn't even say like technical. He was just kind of like, he really picks his spots, and when he hits his moves, he hits his moves. I also don't know Christian's signature moves. I know he did. He had the spear, I guess. I don't know if he's just yoinking that from Edge. He has a frog splash, which is like kind of funky looking frog splash. And then he has the kill switch. Obviously, that's his finisher. But the match went pretty good. I wasn't like, it wasn't amazing. I know there was one point where Kenny Omega did his "You Can't Escape" move, and I guess he was trying to do a moonsault, but goddamn, did that look like an elbow drop, because he just completely missed, and it kind of looked like he caught him with the elbow on the chest, and I was like, oh, is that an elbow drop? Commentators were like, moonsault, and I was like, all right, I'm sure, if that's what it is a moonsault nowadays. Okay. But the finish to this match was great. I could not complain at all about the finish of this match. Very, very, very good. You had the Young Bucks coming down, threw in a chair. Omega sets up the chair after hitting Christian with a V-trigger. Don Callis is up on the apron. He has a fucking pink scarf for some reason. He's waving it around. The ref's like hypnotized. Oh, pink scarf. Oh. I don't know. I guess I'd be pretty like, what was that? What are you doing with that? Omega sets up the chair, I guess, for the one-winged angle. And you do it. One-winged angel, Jesus Christ, on the chair, which is stupid. From what I remember, no one's ever kicked out of that. So what would doing it on a chair make a difference? I don't know. Well, it turns out to be his fucking foil, because Christian reverses, hits him with the kill switch on the chair, which, listen, I don't know if people like the kill switch. This might be a hot take. I do not like the kill switch. I think it's fucking garbage. I think it looks very soft. I think you could easily block it in like 50 feasible ways. It just doesn't. And even if you hit it, even if like I allowed someone to hit that on me, I don't think I'm knocked out or like, whatever. I really don't. I feel like I'm just like, ow, my face hurts, maybe. That depends. I don't know. But the kill switch on the chair, bro, was wild. I don't know if it's just the way Kenny sold it. Man looked like he broke his neck. Okay, it was nuts. So that was amazing. And then, obviously Christian gets a pin off of that. And, a lot of people could say, like, Kenny's been super protected, and he has been. But something that I feel like they've established, at least in the few episodes I've watched, is that he cheats a lot. There's a lot of cheating going on. So maybe it was overconfidence that the Bucks threw the chair and then, like, shuffled their way back to the fucking ramp. Because they didn't stay and make sure Kenny got the win. Instead, Kenny got reversed and broke his freaking neck. So that was cool. What a great finish. Super cool. I feel like the internet predicted this a little bit. I don't know how much faith I had in Christian. But it's a good match. Good match overall. Yeah, I thought it was really good. Now Christian's the TNA Impact Champion, so I don't know how that's going to work. Is he going to go to Impact? Is he now an Impact star? I don't know. I guess he can't be because he's challenging for the AEW title. So I guess we'll see on Dynamite at that point. So next match, we had Miro versus Fuego Del Sol. And I'm going to tell you right now, I saw on the Instagram that I do follow, I think the official All Elite Wrestling, that if he wins the match, he gets a contract. And that's cool. Like, that makes sense. I know, like, back when I stopped watching around 2020, Dark was filled with a lot of, like, these kind of, like, not signed guys. Some of them are signed now. Another one I'll get to later was signed. But, here's the thing. And I don't know if I'm, you know, I don't know how many people also predicted this, but the fact that Fuego Del Sol had a video package, I was like, he's signed. He's already signed. I don't think they're giving a video package to Joe Schmo who's gonna get squashed. So the fact that he got a video package, I was like, okay, this might be something. I don't know. I doubt he's gonna win, but this might be something. I don't know. Like, you know, maybe a huge, you know, 20-minute performance where he shines and you know, like friggin' Cruiserweight Battle Royal. Tony Khan comes out and gives them the thumbs up for the contract with, I think it was Rich Swann? I think it was Rich Swann. But, no, they took it a completely different way. I actually really like this match, too. I thought it was funny more than anything, because it was like, you have Miro, this huge destroyer, and then, for some reason, and I'm going to give props to the commentary team here, because they really sold this. They gave Miro a kryptonite immediately. And that kryptonite, for some reason, was a tornado DDT. So, apparently, whenever Miro gets hit by a tornado DDT, it, like, stuns him. It takes away all his power. And Fuego hit one. Oh, my God. That was a great tornado DDT. That first one, before the bell even rang. And Miro was already dazed and stunned. It was crazy. And then he goes on to hit a couple more, and every time he hits it, he's going for the pin. And he even got a near fall. And, like, I think I was so surprised by this whole tornado DDT angle that I almost bought it. I was, like, this close to buying it. Like, if my budget was $10 and it was, like, $9.99, and I was just like, oh, I could get it. That's how close I was to buying Fuego actually beating Miro. But then, like, as soon as Miro kicked out of that, I was like, no, it's done. And then it really was. He got chucked around, and then he hit him with the big kick. I don't know if that kick has a name. And then he hit the accolade or game over, I guess. And then he leans back, and when he leans back, that looks like it sucks. I had a gripe with this, though. So this was for a contract, and Fuego had this whole, like, for my family, for everyone who believed in me, and then he tapped. And I was like, you could have had him pass out, right? You could have had him, like, just go to sleep. And then you would have kept his, like, integrity. But I guess that, yeah, they just wanted to go with him tapping, which puts over Miro more. I mean, did he need to be put over more at this point? I don't know. Whatever. Good match, though. Quick match. Oh, I don't know how long it went, but maybe 5 minutes? 6? Not 7. I don't think 7. But then you had this nice angle. I'll admit, it was a nice angle where you had Tony Khan come out. I think this is the first time I've ever seen him on TV, ever. And he gives Sammy a clipboard, and oh my God, fucking commentators, dude. They're like, what does Sammy have? And I'm like, oh, what is Sammy? I wonder what he could have there. Probably like a menu to an Arby's, or like I don't know, a grocery list, or I don't. What do they think he had? It was just one of those moments where I'm just like, I'm not stupid, like it's a. And you could see it. He wasn't even holding it the right way, so the camera couldn't see what it was. It said AEW on top, and I was like, okay. I wonder what it is, it's the AEW catering menu. But he goes down, he tells him that, you're my best friend. Tony Khan said I should do this, and he offers him a contract. And I'll tell you this right now. I maybe have seen 2 Fuego del Sol's matches. I think he was on Dark one time when I watched it, and he got absolutely obliterated. But 2 things. One, Sammy said that it doesn't matter if you win because everyone here loves you. Dude, the crowd were into him. Like he's over. Everyone likes him. And like from that tornado DDT that I saw, he has potential. I don't know if he's like older or younger or whatever, but he looks like a younger guy. So I mean, maybe. But man, did he? You know, I don't know. I don't want to like overjudge him and say like, oh my god, he's a future star. But I feel like, you know, the crowd's behind him already. He's got potential. I think Andrade and the Lucha Brothers are on the show. I mean, being around them, like, might give him like the pointers he needs. So, but the thing that number two is the thing that got me, that actually made me care, even though I'd never seen this guy like only once before, was that he was crying as soon as he saw Sammy Guevara. Like, you could tell the lip quiver, even the mask. It doesn't matter if he's wearing a damn full face mask. The lip quiver was like, okay, this is real. So that was cool. I appreciated that. And then, so after that, we had Darby Allin and Sting in the rafters, which was really weird. Sting looks so like stoic up there. And Darby just looks like he's like pondering stuff, you know. Like Sting looks down, he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody. Darby looks down, he's just like, I wonder how many chickens would fit in the stadium. I don't know, that's what I got from him. Also, something I wanted to point out was Darby had gloves on, but his gloves had red nails on the gloves. I don't know what that's about. That seems odd, for sure. It's, you know, it's cool, like, you know, wants to scratch people. I've never seen Darby do that, but it just seems like an odd style choice. It's alright. It's still goth, I guess. I don't know if he's supposed to be goth. I guess it fits his motif. It's just kind of like odd. But either way, you know, they recap him being like, oh, you know, best in the world. A lot of people have claimed that. You gotta prove that here. And I'm just like, okay, first of all, Shane McMahon's coming. Okay. Second of all, Bret Hart, I guess, is coming. Wolverine is coming. Because if you're the best in the world at what you do, you have to go there. So, looking forward to the Marvel crossover, even though pretty sure... I don't know how this works out, if like Warner Brothers owns TNT. But there's a lot of DC comic like references and like stuff on the show. So I don't know about that, but that's cool though. I mean, Wolverine's hopefully Hugh Jackman is still jacked, because there's some big guys in AEW. After that, I like this real quick. I like this interview style. So you had Mark Henry, and he's in like this like split screen thing with Baker and Velvet. And I really like this because I don't know if it was live. If it was live, I really like it because I think it's very interesting because like there's not that much time on the show. I mean, at this point in time, the show was like 40 minutes out of an hour over. So they don't have time for all these like, you know, kind of like backstage promos or pre-recorded like this or that. Instead, they do this like, oh, I'm Mark Henry, and you know, what do you have to say? And I got a line from Red Velvet that I was just like, that's not good. It's really not good. She told Britt she can't wait to stir her ass up. I don't know what that means. It's not intimidating. Oh, it's intimidating. But not in the way I think she's meant it to be. But when I think of someone stirring my ass up, nothing good comes to mind. And it's not beating me up. Like, if someone's like, I'm gonna stir your ass out, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna call the cops. Because this is a threat beyond physical violence. It's just, I don't know. Did not enjoy Velvet's promo. I think it's just her catchphrase. I'll get to that. I'm almost there. Baker basically said, like, go stir that shit somewhere else, which I was like, yes, please, not any buttocks, because I don't want to picture that nor see it. And then Mark Henry was like, all right, enough talking, let's get this going. So Velvet came out, And okay, so real quick, there's 3 things I want to say about Red Velvet. So I've only seen her a little bit. She was like a jobber, I'm pretty sure. She was like Fuego Del Sol level at some point. I don't know when she got not that level, but you know, good for her. I don't know if she's signed like hard, like pen on paper, all elite. But she's cool. First thing is her catchphrase is garbage. Okay, she needs to get rid of that. Stop stirring stuff up. Angelo Dawkins did that back in NXT. Second thing is her theme music is absolute garbage, and I get it. I was listening. I had to listen really hard because I was like, "What is it saying?" And I think it's saying, "Stir it up, stir it up, stir it up." And I'm like, "That's not good. You know, I don't want. Why are you stirring stuff? It's I don't know. Is that a saying? Is that a reference I'm not getting? You know, it just sounds like what the Backyardigans would say if they were gonna fight someone. You know, like we're gonna stir it up. I'm like, oh snap, you know. But if I'm like you're an adult and like you're gonna fight someone, stir it up is just not. It's not a thing. So, but the third thing to keep it positive is Red Velvet's actually pretty good. Like I said, I wasn't really a fan. Even going like into this match, I was like, it's Red Velvet, so it's Red Velvet. But this match, I thought she was pretty good. Like not even just serviceable. I thought she was like, oh wow, she's got some moves. Another thing I noticed though is she was booed. She was booed to all hell, and I'm fairly certain she's supposed to be the face here. Though Britt Baker's a little wishy-washy there. I mean, comparatively, Britt Baker came out. She was cheered like a hero, and I'm fairly certain she's a heel. But here's the thing: is that she went in there with a broken wrist, and Velvet targeted that wrist. That's a heel move, I think, right? Like you can't if you target someone's weak spot specifically. Pretty sure that makes you like a jerk, right? Because like. You're not trying to fight fair, you're trying to get the upper hand. So that kind of like, I was like, okay, I guess. But then I think Pittsburgh is Britt Baker's hometown, so maybe AEW was just like, hey, in your hometown, you are the face, even if you're a bitch. Which I'm okay with, actually. That's cool to me. If everyone gets one town, you know, if you're from wherever, like, and you happen to be there, then you get to put. Not even storyline aside, because Britt Baker was still being mean. The crowd just didn't care, which is cool. So obviously the match was okay. I'm trying to think if there was any like really big things about it. I mean, just a lot of like targeting of the wrist. Red Velvet really targeted that wrist. She tried ripping the thing off. She did actually rip the cast off, I guess it was. Britt couldn't lock in the lockjaw because of her wrist. But then, you know, it was such a simple move, but it was like almost like, oh yeah, I never thought of that. Was she just switched sides and she managed to get the lockjaw in with the unhurt hand. And I just wanted to say, I don't know if her wrist is really, really broken or if it's like a gimmick or like a storyline purpose. But she was like she had a limp hand. Like she was not trying to use that arm. Well, she did throw it for a clothesline, and I was like, if that would have connected, who would have been a winner there? I don't know. But like when she got the lockjaw in with her good hand, her other hand was just limp. Like it was not applying any pressure. Which either goes to show you, one, the lockjaw is that good of a submission because Velvet tapped immediately, even with one hand not working. Or two, wrestling scripted. I don't know. I mean, I know, but, you know, I don't know what the reason is. That's what I'm trying to say. Afterwards, you had an angle where Britt's beating up Velvet more. She's going to stomp her on the belt, and then Statlander comes in, which, by the way, Statlander dyed her hair, which is cool. She's also a bit smaller, I feel like, than she was. I remember seeing her get injured. Oh, no, I didn't see. I think I saw her. She was in a match, and I heard she got injured, and then I had never seen her again. So that's cool though that she is better and dyed her hair. So she comes in, she's beating up Britt, and then this mystery person comes in, which I had laughed hysterically because apparently the internet thought it was Becky Lynch. Why would it be Becky Lynch? I have no idea. But so fun fact, not around when I stopped watching, but I remember this girl. She used to have two-toned hair, red and black. She wore like this green, like one piece. I really liked her. I thought she was like had the physicality. I thought she was really great. It's Jamie Hayter, as you probably all know by now. She dyed her hair. Everyone's dyeing their hair. That's weird. But she looks different. But when they said her name, I was like, oh snap. So when I watched AEW back in the day, I was like, oh, I really like her. I hope she, challenges for the title. She disappeared. I was only later that I found out she wasn't actually signed. So that's weird. But that's how the show goes off. Is Hayter puts the boots to everybody. She stands tall with Britt. Britt does indeed stomp on Red Velvet, so good, I guess. Cheer, yay! She stomped on someone. Pittsburgh, I guess, right? Hometown. And that was the show. That was really good. I really liked it. I was really to the point. A couple of things, though. Kind of my afterthoughts. One, let's be honest. They're not going to be able to keep this momentum up. This was a great first show. You can't have 3 title matches every week. I mean, maybe, I was thinking, maybe you can have this as a TNT title show. Because I'm pretty sure the TNT title gets defended like pretty frequently. So maybe you could just, every week, this is where it happens. Like you could set up an angle on Dynamite, and then you could do it on Rampage. I think that'd be cool. I can't really see this being the place where grudges get squashed because it's like at 10 o'clock at night, at least where I am. And like my girlfriend fell asleep. So like she didn't even watch it. So I feel like, especially because it is after SmackDown, which I didn't watch obviously, but if I was going to watch it, like that's a tough night from watching 2 hours of SmackDown and then an hour of this. Even though this was really good, I don't know what they're gonna use this show for. It feels very like utility instead of like a SmackDown to the Raw. I don't think Rampage is a SmackDown to Dynamite. I feel like this is like a really high-profile main event. It's just a show they have where they're going to showcase matches. Unlike main event, they're probably going to have like decent star power on it. Bro, I think one time I saw a main event where the main event of main event had the Social Outcasts in it. So I like the show Social Outcasts, but I know their star power. Yeah, the show was good. Great way to start this channel, to be honest, because I'm interested. I mean, we have a new TNA. I don't know if we have, because I don't watch TNA, but there is a new TNA Impact champion. Baker, her role of dominance is still going, even though she has a broken wrist. And then we have Miro, who just keeps killing people. Which is good. That's his character, right? He's a redeemer. He's killing people for God. But yeah, Fuego's a part of the team now, and so is Jamie Hayter. So hopefully we can see her not challenge for the title forever because she's Britt Baker's muscle. So look out, whoever eventually beats Britt Baker for the title, because I'm pretty sure heels and faces have to fight each other. But yeah, so out of 10, I would give this show solid 8. Solid 8. I think it was great. Looking forward to next week's. But before we get there, the next review on this channel will be Monday Night Raw. So I don't know what I'm in for. I hope it's something even like close to this caliber of excitement. I don't see. Well, you know what? I'm gonna be optimistic because you can do a lot with 3 hours. So maybe they knock it out of the park. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah. So see you on Tuesday with the Monday Night Raw review.